Things pick up late tomorrow night into early Saturday morning. Notice how the blue gets darker. That's going to be heavier rates of snow. Also notice that some warmer air aloft works in and could change over that snow to some freezing rain or sleet southeast of the Illinois River. We're thinking northwest of the river is going to stay all snow, and this is where accumulations will be a little bit
Thank you for staying with us on this Wednesday evening. Again, we are live at the Peoria riverfront. We've been here all week, and just kind of now at the point where we're actually starting to see some changes on the good side. We're not seeing the river rise anymore. We're seeing it fall. We can actually kind of show you the difference here. As Scotty kind of zooms down, this is where the line was last night. You can see the line of debris. Now, as we kind of scale back a little bit, I'll kind of show you even improvement from this afternoon, where we have this line right here. This was from earlier today. Then we have the water line from just maybe a few hours ago, and then the actual water. So it's slow, it's steady, but it is at least getting a little bit better. And the improvement will continue as we head into at least the next several days.
All right, so that is just to the west of Virginia. We can kind of get in tight here. Now, we're not seeing well-defined signatures, but here is Virginia, and then here is Aaronsville. You can see right here. And so that rotation would have just passed through there. So this is going to be moving towards the town of Virginia. Mid-40s in Des Moines, mid-20s in Peoria, South Dakota. So when you see those kind of temperature gradients, no surprise. Slight risk for severe weather as we head through the day tomorrow. Timing it out, overnight, spotty showers. We could see a few stronger cells. I think most thunderstorms stay below severe limits up until the morning drive. Could be soggy into work and school tomorrow. Then midday with the daytime heating, some of these thunderstorms that pop could be on the strong to severe side. And then the main event, the cold front, moves through during the early to mid-evening hours, and that could pack a punch with some gustier winds, maybe a little bit of hail as well by Thursday morning. Completely out of here. But
right now at the airport, it's 41. Winds out of the south-southwest at 8. A little bit of a bite with the wind chill. Feels like 36. Right now, everybody's sitting in the low 40s. We only had highs around 50 today. That's about 16 degrees below where we should be for this time of year, all as a result of that cold front that brought us the rain yesterday. It's going to keep us chilly through the day tomorrow, but we do have some warmer temperatures
moving pretty quickly to the north and east at around 65 miles per hour. We're going to do a quick storm track here for you. Here's where we're thinking the rotation has been located, and here are the towns that are going to be in line with this. In 7 minutes, Virginia, 14 minutes in Chandlerville, 25 minutes in Kilbourne, 25 minutes also in Oakford. We have heard reports of a tornado touching down in Cass County near the town of Aaronsville. All right. Mild temperatures across the central portion of the country now, but the cold air is building in Canada where you see sub-zero temperatures, and I show that because that's going to start leaking into the northern portions of the country as we head into the end of the weekend and early next week. Two fronts move through, one tomorrow night that brings the cold air Sunday, and then the Arctic air starts to slide in here with another front that moves through Sunday night into Monday, and it will stick around at least through Tuesday and Wednesday.
Now, the most accurate forecast from WMBD 31, your local weather authority.
All right, start you off with a live look at X-Vision this evening, where we are showing a clean sweep across the area. We've seen some sprinkles nearby, but that's all, again, moving away from us, and it's been mainly confined to our northern counties. Here's the broader perspective. There's that batch of rain riding along the state line of northern Illinois, southern portions of Wisconsin, heading into Chicago. There's not much back out to the west except for a whole lot of cloud cover, so that's going to be, again, the rule as we head through the overnight tonight. Window World X-Vision Skycam, live look at our Borsberry Law Office's camera. Again, the fog is thick over the skyline. It's 50 at the airport. Winds are to the south-southeast at around 9. Upper 40s and low 50s common. And again, while it does feel cool, we're still about 8 degrees above average for this time of year. Of course, the big story, the low visibilities, the fog. About a mile of visibility in Pontiac and Bloomington. That's actually an improvement from earlier on this morning. However, I think we're going to see fog redeveloping as we roll through the overnight tonight. Temperatures are going to be pretty steady through the overnight, maybe falling off a degree or two, but that's about it. Probably looking at the mid-40s when you wake up for your Wednesday morning. 45, and again, the fog's going to hang around, maybe a few sprinkles here and there. Morning fog tomorrow, just like this morning, although the winds start to pick up by around midday. That should mix some of the fog out of here. Mild temperatures into the mid to possibly upper 50s. But the big changes are going to be coming in from our north and west. Look at some of these numbers. These are current temperatures now into Montana, into the Dakotas, single digits, wind chills sub-zero. So this Arctic air mass is continuing to surge down to the south and east. On top of that, precipitation is going to be adding in with the cold air. These are winter storm warnings in pink pretty much across all of the northern portion of the country. Some areas in Minnesota could pick up 2 feet of snow. That's all staying away from us for now, at least the moisture. But the cold air is on its way. We're going to have a really powerful cold front that's going to zip through here tomorrow night. Ahead of it, maybe a few sprinkles here and there. The cold front will move through, it looks like, late tomorrow night, and then heading into Thursday and Friday, it stalls out just down to our south and east, which is important because that's going to line up a storm track. But on the back end of this blast of Arctic air fills in across really the northern half of the country. Just unusually cold air for this early in the season. As far as the precipitation goes, on top of the cold air, it's going to be very close for us on Wednesday and Thursday. This goes into Thursday night where we're seeing some snow, but mainly in our southern counties. It's going to be a quick hitter. This is 10 o'clock Thursday, and most of the precipitation is southeast of us. So we're not looking at a hefty amount of accumulation. In fact, it looks like maybe some of our southern counties is what Futurecast is showing through Thursday night and Friday morning. Maybe just a very light dusting south of Interstate 74, and a lot of us may not even see any accumulation at all. However, if the track shifts a little bit, that could change, especially if it moves a little bit to the north. At worst, we'd probably only see around an inch of snow. So this isn't going to be a big, potent system, but heavier accumulations could be in the southern portion of the state. Really, the big story is going to be the cold temperatures. 32 on Thursday, 20s Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We could see overnight lows into the low teens.
I know some people said to me, ooh, warm and then cold. I remember in November, but the track is different.
The track is different and just not the setup for severe weather. So it's just going to be warm and then cold. And
Yeah,
we'll
good.
take that. That's right.
Okay, thanks a lot.
You bet.
Well, in celebration of
The most accurate forecast from WMBD 31, your local weather authority.
All right, let's start you off with a live look at X-Vision. After a very wet morning and afternoon, we have now started to see some breaks from that rain. Over the last couple of hours, we've been dry for at least a little while here in Peoria. There is still a little bit of light rain hanging on, and this is really going to be the case as we roll over the next couple of hours. Where we're seeing rain right now, up around Elmwood, towards Brimfield, probably stretching just in the northern portions of Peoria County around Princeville, and then scattered around Knox County, Warren County, McDonough County, and portions of Fulton County. All of this is moving off to the north and east. And we'll have a more broad perspective. There were the steady showers that we had really during the midday hours and then early afternoon. That's now pushed off into southeastern Wisconsin. This will still hang around, though, as we roll over the next couple of hours. It's not a lot of rain. It's fairly light. But if you're heading out trick-or-treating, you're probably going to run into, at least at some point, a light shower here or there. Certainly not enough to cancel any plans, but do have the umbrella handy. So as we roll through the rest of the evening, temperatures slipping into the low 50s across much of the area, especially west of the river. Some of you are still holding on to 60, though. And the rain chances continue, very scattered through the rest of the mid-evening hours, around 49 at 7 o'clock and 47 at 9 o'clock. And Futurecast confirms this, I think, doing a pretty good job, picking up around 8 o'clock here, a few scattered sprinkles still hanging on. You're really not going to run into any major downpours that will last a long time. If it starts raining kind of hard, it shouldn't last very long. Again, so just have those umbrellas handy. I think the rest of your Halloween and trick-or-treating should be pretty nice. Boy, some big numbers over the last 24 hours. Just under 2 inches of rain here officially in Peoria, and we were over that in Lake. And check out LaSalle, Peru, just under 3 inches of rain. And since midnight, where we had the big rains from the morning and the afternoon, we picked up just over an inch in Peoria, which now actually stands alone as the 4th wettest Halloween on record. We'll have to get a lot more rain to actually break the record, but again, we were mentioning this is going to be a pretty soggy one. It doesn't happen very often. Luckily, though, we're not going to be seeing that steady rain for this evening. All right, Window World X-Vision Sky Cam, a live look at our Gontos and El Massey Cam. Lots of cloud cover, but again, dry on the roadways right now looking downtown. 54 at the airport. It is a little blustery. Winds are out of the west-northwest around 14. Already down to 48 in Galesburg. We're still hanging on to 54 in Lakin and 59, the warm spot in Pontiac and in Lincoln. But what's causing this is a cold front that's zipping through the state, and that's going to allow that cooler air to roll on through. So they may actually see some strong thunderstorms along this cold front further east than us, maybe around Indiana, Ohio, and northern Kentucky. But again, all we're going to be seeing is that rain moving out and the cooler air moving in, where we're seeing 50s and even 40s just to our north and west. So a much cooler day for your Friday. 52 with partly cloudy skies around lunchtime, and highs only into the mid-50s to wrap up the day tomorrow. And we start off the new month of November. Hard to believe, right? Here's your 8-day outlook. Temperatures look, again, cool, but at least we're dry as we head into the weekend. Saturday, 51, 54 then on Sunday, and then maybe a little bit of a warm-up as we head into the early portions of next week. Don't forget, we do go back to standard time before you go to bed Saturday night, so 1 hour behind. Also check those batteries and the smoke detectors and the carbon monoxide detectors. You know, it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was
soggy
raining
today.
pretty hard earlier.
So, you know, I think we can dodge a few showers here and there.
Yeah.
That is manageable. Much better than what we had
A lot
this
of the
morning.
trick-or-treaters are out right now.
That's right.
Okay, thanks, Marcus.
You bet.
Now, the most accurate forecast from WMBD 31, your local weather authority.
All right, let's start you off with a live look at X-Vision. Currently, we had that band of snow that was working through. This is a quick-moving cold front ahead of it. The winds were really whipping around. We had gusts up to around 35 to at times 40 miles per hour during the midday hours. Those are going to continue to start relaxing a little bit during the latter portions of the evening. And the snow is almost out of our viewing area completely. Extreme southeastern McLean County, portions DeWitt and Logan County still seeing some of that snow, but everybody else is clearing out. But it did cause some low visibilities, especially when it was rolling through the Peoria metro area, also over towards the Twin Cities as well. Did not amount to much as far as accumulation goes, so everything was on track as far as what we were thinking from last night. So this system will quickly move along to the east, and this boundary will kind of just hang around just to our south, eventually lifting back up to the north tomorrow, and that will give us some lighter snow chances throughout the day tomorrow. But really the main event that we're going to be focusing in on here on this forecast is this right here out towards Denver. This is going to be another system that's going to gather a lot of moisture coming in from the Gulf, and that will take aim on central Illinois starting late tomorrow night and heading into Saturday, and will give us some snow accumulation. Window World X-Vision Skycam. Let's take a look now at our Borsberry Law Office's camera where, hey, it's a lot nicer now than it was about 4 hours ago when those visibilities were really low. And again, we're not bad as far as temperatures. We're right at the freezing mark, 32. Winds still a little brisk out of the southwest at around 16 miles per hour. We're still holding to 32 in Galesburg, 33 in Canton, 29 in Bloomington. The wind still coming out of the south and west as high as 20 mile per hour sustained. Those will continue to relax a little bit as we head through the evening. 15 is what we're going for, so a little bit colder tonight than what you woke up to this morning with maybe just a few lingering flurries. Then we'll see the snow reappearing by around lunchtime into the afternoon tomorrow with highs in the mid-20s. Again, this won't be the main event, but we could see around an inch of accumulation through the day tomorrow. All right, winter storm watch is in effect for our entire viewing area late tomorrow night through Saturday, and as I mentioned earlier on in the newscast, this will likely change to either a winter storm warning or a winter weather advisory, just depending on the models and how they start to handle the situation as we roll through the next few hours. So we'll have a clearer understanding as we head through the day tomorrow. This is going to be a tricky forecast, so we'll show you our initial forecast map here in just a second. There's the snow rolling through around lunchtime through the afternoon and evening drive. It may be a slow commute home tomorrow, but again, we're only talking about an inch of accumulation through the day. Then things pick up late tomorrow night into early Saturday morning. Notice how the blue gets darker. That's going to be heavier rates of snow. Also notice that some warmer air aloft works in and could change over that snow to some freezing rain or sleet southeast of the Illinois River. We're thinking northwest of the river is going to stay all snow, and this is where accumulations will be a little bit heavier. We'll continue to see this until around noontime on Saturday, and then the system starts to shift off towards the east. So here's what we're thinking right now, and this is very much subject to change over the next 24 hours, so we're definitely going to fine-tune this, because this area right here, the 5 to 7, which does include the Peoria metro area, could shift north to south or get larger if we don't see as much ice or sleet in some of the areas that will be southeast of this, around 3 to 5 from Pontiac to Bloomington to Lincoln. Area-wide, we're thinking at least 3 to 5 inches, but we could see this swath here of 5 to 7 inches by the time it's all said and done on Saturday. Here's your 8-day outlook. We'll catch a break from that snow as we head to the end of the weekend with colder temperatures around 16, mid-20s on Monday. We may be doing this all again on Tuesday. Again, that one is way too far out to speculate. Some people have been talking about some big numbers, but no one knows for sure. So let's just be honest about that and focus in on what's coming up this weekend, which, again, anywhere between 3 to maybe as high as 7 is going to cause some problems on the roads Saturday mornings.
Okay, we'll have to keep an eye on it.
That's
Thanks
right.
so much, Marcus. And we'll be back with more right after.